tank.
I should sue Gervonta Davis for defamation. That's what I should do. But honestly, I can't be bothered because the guy puts a tweet up and then takes it down again. What's that all about? If you've got something to say it. Stand by your words.
Gervonta Davis has brutally threatened Eddie Hearn on Live amid the ongoing controversy about Ryan Garcia's positive tests. Meanwhile, Conor McGregor didn't hold back in his scathing criticism of Ryan Garcia following the revelations of his positive tests. McGregor took to X to express his outrage, condemning Garcia's alleged actions and challenging him to a sparring session. In his tweet, McGregor minced no words, lambasting Garcia for cheating the weight and resorting to performance-enhancing substances. He expressed his disgust at the situation, stating that it was sad to see and even sadder to say. McGregor didn't mince his words, making it clear that he wanted no association with Garcia in the future. McGregor wrote, "Cheated the weight and was juiced. Lifetime ban. Sad to see, sad to say. Sad and a bit sick. Don't come near me if I see you ever, Ryan Garcia. I am actually disgusted. This Ostarine, it reminds me of Sean O'Malley was on that as well. I don't like this." McGregor drew parallels between Garcia's situation and that of another fighter, Sean O'Malley, who had also faced allegations of using Ostarine. He criticized both fighters for their alleged use of banned substances, labeling them as Ostarine heads, and expressing his disdain for their actions. In a bold move, McGregor challenged both Garcia and O'Malley to a sparring session, offering to set up the flights and accommodations himself. He added, "I'll bust you both up. Do you want to spar? I will set the flights right now for you both for a full-on spar each. Hotel, Black Forge in the lot. Let's spar O'Malley and Garcia. Two little Starine heads. I'll ride you both like you are ostriches. What the f is up? What do you think you're at?" He didn't hold back on the potential outcome of the spar, stating that he would ride them both like they were ostriches. McGregor's tirade didn't end there. He praised Devin Haney for his performance and warned Garcia to get his act together or face dire consequences. He added, "If I was Haney's dad, you're no matter what for doing that. Crazy. What the f happened to you, you little fool? Get your head together, because I'm gonna smash it in with elbows if you don't. Fair play, Devin, well done. Your performance has just become even more heroic. Bravo, get your head together or kill yourself." McGregor's fiery words added fuel to the already raging controversy surrounding Garcia's positive tests, further amplifying the public outcry and condemnation of his alleged actions. True to form, McGregor swiftly deleted the tweet, but fans were quick to capture screenshots before it vanished. After McGregor's tirade, Haney took to Instagram to offer his own take. Unsurprisingly, the boxer sided with McGregor's fury and expressed eagerness to spar against Garcia and O'Malley in a show of solidarity. Haney posted a screenshot featuring the sentiments of the ex-UFC double champion regarding X, which he then shared on his Instagram story. Demonstrating his solidarity, The Dream appended a handshake emoji alongside McGregor's social media tag, symbolizing his endorsement and support for the mixed martial artist. Haney made a bold statement in response to McGregor's requests, publicly criticizing his past adversary. Speaking with ESPN, The Dream asserted that Garcia's actions went beyond mere PED use, accusing him of disrespecting both the sport of boxing and its fans by engaging in unsportsmanlike conduct and violating regulations. He further added that people have died in the sport, thereby stating that it was no joking matter. Haney stated, "We learned about this situation not too long ago, and it's unfortunate Ryan cheated and disrespected both the fans and the sport of boxing by fighting dirty and breaking positive not once, but twice." King Rai encountered a significant obstacle in his match against Gervonta Davis. Garcia had to drop down a weight division and adhere to a strict clause, limiting his post-weigh-in hydration to just 10 pounds. Hindered by this restriction, Garcia succumbed to a knockout in the 7th round. Despite the defeat, McGregor displayed his compassionate side by attempting to uplift the young boxer. Interestingly, several other fighters also voiced their support alongside McGregor. "He is 1-0 on you. You both are the two biggest names in the division. I want to see it again. I want to see it again now. And I want to see it with no rehydration clause. Mate, all the respect in the world to you. You are the future," McGregor said at that time. On the other hand, Devin Haney has expressed that he does not want to fight Ryan Garcia again. It appears that Haney does not believe Garcia when he claims he is innocent of intentionally cheating, and as a result, he does not want to face him again. In an interview with ESPN SportsCenter, Haney expressed his reluctance to step back into the ring with Garcia, citing concerns about Garcia's character and integrity following the revelations of his positive tests. Haney minced no words, stating, "Honestly, I'm not too interested in it. During the build-up, we've seen a lot of interesting things from him. We've seen his character, we've seen the guy cheat, we've seen the person that he is." He highlighted the questionable behavior displayed displayed by Garcia during the build-up to their fight, emphasizing that Garcia's actions, including the alleged cheating, have shed light on his true character. Furthermore, Haney underscored the gravity of the situation and expressed his reluctance to entertain the idea of a rematch given Garcia's actions and the potential risks involved. Haney added, "I don't see myself ever getting back in the ring with him, but I'm a fighter speaking right now about how I feel. We never know what the future holds. As of right now, it wouldn't be a fight I would entertain." Haney made it clear that Garcia's alleged cheating went beyond the realm of boxing. He expressed his desire to distance himself from Garcia and move on from the ordeal, emphasizing that the implications of Garcia's actions extend beyond the confines of the boxing ring. While Haney acknowledged that the future is uncertain and that circumstances could change, he reiterated his current stance on the matter, emphasizing the need to prioritize his safety and well-being above any potential rematch with Garcia. Haney further added, "As I said, this guy showed his character. He showed that he would do anything to win, including cheat. That's just reality. Boxing is just a sport at the end of the day. He put my life in jeopardy. So now it's deeper than boxing with me. I want to take this thing somewhere else now." He could have done some real dangerous things to me that night. Similarly, Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, has not held back in his response to Garcia's positive tests. Bill Haney told Sports Illustrated, "You're trying to hurt my baby. We played it fair. We didn't do it like that. Boxing. This is some bullshit. I came from the streets. Are you scared of Devin on a level playing field? I feel fucked up over this." Eddie Hearn, Haney's promoter, is firmly of the opinion that this course of action will indeed transpire. According to Hearn, the fighter wants his defeat against Garcia from last month to be ruled a no contest since Garcia failed a test. Hearn told the Stomping Ground YouTube channel that Haney is furious with Garcia and will want the fight to be declared a no contest.
So I don't know anything about, hardly know Ryan Garcia. What I know is he's failed 2 drug tests, and unfortunately for him, he's going to have to prove his innocence. The one thing I will say is the New York State Athletic Commission are very stringent, very strict, and they will conduct a thorough investigation.
Hearn mentioned that he had spoken to Devin and relayed that, in his opinion, Haney was absolutely furious. He mentioned that Garcia had come in 3.5 pounds overweight and had performance-enhancing substances in his system. Hearn added that Haney would likely desire the contest to be declared an immediate no contest and removed from the card, but he expressed uncertainty about the outcome.
Investigation. I spoke to Devin Haney last night. In his mind, he's absolutely furious. The guy came in 3.5 pound overweight and had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. He will want the contest to be an immediate no contest, for that to be scrubbed off the card, but we'll see what happens.
Hearn elaborated that irrespective of whether Ryan was innocent or guilty in the situation, he emphasized that performance-enhancing substances were detected in his system during his fight against Devin. He suggested that if one were in Devin Haney's position at that moment, they would likely feel that they had been unfairly treated.
If you're Devin right now, because again, regardless of Ryan's innocence or guilt in this situation, he had performance-enhancing drugs in his system when he fought Devin Haney, and he came in 3.5 pound over. If you're Devin Haney right now, you're thinking, "Me, you can't. I've been screwed." So
you're fuming, yeah.
I understand Devin's point, but Ryan deserves and has to be allowed that opportunity to prove his innocence.
Hearn is well acquainted with the procedure of fighters rehabilitating their reputation after testing positive for performance-enhancing substances. This familiarity stems from the cases of his fighters Conor Benn and Dillian White, who faced similar challenges after failing tests ahead of their bouts against Chris Eubank Jr. and Anthony Joshua, respectively. He now thinks that in order for Garcia and his promoter Oscar De La Hoya to establish Garcia's innocence, testing times are imminent. Hearn further commented that the responsibility for how those substances entered Garcia's system rested with him and Golden Boy. Hearn drew a comparison with Conor Benn, stating that for 2 years, questions had surrounded him, and he had to undergo 3 hearings and numerous processes. He expressed his hope that Ryan, Oscar De La Hoya, and Golden Boy would have the strength to handle whatever consequences awaited them.
Now, saying Ryan Garcia is a drug cheat, he should be banned from life, blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying is, the facts we know are he had performance-enhancing drugs in his system when he fought Devin Haney. Now, how they got there is over to him and Golden Boy. Because for 2 years, I've had these questions about Conor Benn. And Conor Benn was in a boat where he had to go through 3 hearings, go through so many processes. And I'll tell you what, I hope that Ryan And I hope that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy have the resilience to deal with what is coming.
According to Hearn, Garcia now faces the task of demonstrating to the New York State Athletic Commission that he was unaware of how the PEDs entered his system or became contaminated. Hearn stated that while he believed in giving everyone the chance to present their case at a hearing, he highlighted the harsh reality of boxing. One is considered guilty until proven innocent.
Because you have got to go out now and prove to the New York State Athletic Commission that you somehow didn't know this was being ingested, or how it was ingested, or how it was contaminated. And again, you won't get from me, because I believe everybody deserves an opportunity to have that hearing. But right now, as I say, and this is how boxing works, you are guilty until you are proven innocent.
Meanwhile, Garcia says they are persecuting him and thinks it's all part of a conspiracy against him, with fellow boxers like Gervonta Davis being by his side after the news of his failed test came, posting on social media on a now-deleted tweet that they're doing anything to take away the win from Ryan. If that's the case, ban Eddie Hearn's Silver Spoon Act. Moreover, in a recent tweet that was later removed, Gervonta Davis shared a snapshot of his direct messages, engaging in a conversation with Ryan Garcia about the PED controversy. In the exchange, both fighters reiterated their thoughts on the matter with the following statements. Gervonta Davis asked Ryan, "If you cheated and I'm defending you, I will beat the f*** out of you when I catch you." Garcia replied, "You will see in the next coming days that I didn't cheat. We can just run it again in a real fight, but nah, I didn't cheat." This exchange further fueled the debate surrounding Garcia's involvement in the PED controversy, with both fighters standing firm in their respective positions. It remains to be seen how this interaction will influence the ongoing discourse and the actions taken by the boxing community in response to the controversy. But this is not it. Gervonta and Eddie Hearn have disagreed in their DMs as well as on social media over Garcia's failed tests. Tank was adamant that Garcia was being framed and directed his focus towards Hearn, prompting the promoter to engage directly with the unbeaten fighter through private messages. Hearn posted the DMs, in which he said, "You talk some shit, you do." Davis replied, "You know what you are." To which Hearn added, "Nah, and you don't know me either. Only he shit they fill your head with." Then Tank concluded, "I know what's facts and what you did before. I read through all that bullshit." This exchange highlights the intensity of the disagreement between Davis and Hearn, as well as the underlying tensions within the boxing community surrounding Garcia's failed tests. It remains to be seen how these interactions will impact the ongoing narrative surrounding the controversy. Their private disagreement spilled over into the public domain, as Eddie Hearn took to Twitter to challenge Gervonta Davis to share the entirety of their conversation, sarcastically referring to Davis as a joker. Hearn said, "Post the whole message, joker." Davis swiftly responded, challenging Hearn to make the first move by posting the conversation himself, saying, "You post it." Hearn then shifted the focus, highlighting what he perceived as Davis's inconsistent stance on the matter, tweeting, "Only one clown here. 1 minute you are accusing him, 1 minute you are saying he's been set up." Davis didn't hold back, launching a scathing attack on Hearn, accusing him of being deceitful and wearing a false persona. He tweeted, "I know what you are and what you do. You are a snake in a suit, and that fake-ass smile doesn't fool me. You fool these people, not me." Hearn responded with a touch of humor, quipping, "Your head has fallen off, mate." Davis, however, maintained his serious tone, issuing a direct threat to Hearn, stating, "And I would knock your head clean off your shoulders, mate." Hearn concluded the exchange with a witty retort, suggesting that Davis would need assistance, humorously stating, "With a stepladder." This public exchange further fueled the already intense feud between Davis and Hearn, offering a glimpse into the raw emotions and tensions that often characterize interactions within the boxing community. The head honcho at Matchroom had already launched a tirade against Davis earlier in the day, a move that probably grabbed Tank's notice. Hearn expressed disbelief at Gervonta's accusation, questioning his rationale. He stated that he had already reached out to him. Moreover, Hearn commented on Gervonta's tendency to delete tweets, suggesting an inconsistency in standing by his statements. He expressed frustration at being accused of wrongdoing and clarified that he was not responsible for collecting Ryan Garcia's samples.
Blame me, really. I mean, the guy's an idiot, to be honest. I've already messaged him. What sort of I mean, do you know one thing about Gervonta Davis? I mean, he really talks some shit, you know that. But why'd you delete your tweets? Can you not stand by what you say? So you want to come out and you say, "Yeah, Eddie Hearn's a dirty guy for doing this." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Guys, honestly. And then deletes it. What are you, like... So anyway, I'm really sorry, but I'm really not involved in collecting Ryan Garcia's bloods and urine samples.
Well, it appears that Hearn's feud with Tank Davis has escalated to a boiling point. It looks like it reached a point where Hearn is now threatening to sue Tank. Over the years, the duo has engaged in numerous transactions, with Davis frequently sharing public excerpts of the messages he's received from Hearn, containing fight proposals that he deemed offensive. For some time, the topic of Davis facing the embattled Conor Ben was on their lips. However, Davis opted for a different route, opting to defend his world title against Frank Martin this upcoming summer instead. They had been talking about Davis taking on the troubled Conor Ben for a while, but Davis took another path, choosing to face Frank Martin this coming summer to defend his world title. Now, as I mentioned before, their feud has reignited after Davis took to social media to defend Garcia and blamed Eddie Hearn for this issue. Hearn has taken a harsh stance against the multi-weight world champion in an interview with Boxing Social. Hearn contemplated taking legal action against Gervonta Davis for defamation, but admitted he lacked the motivation due to Gervonta's habit of posting and then deleting tweets. He criticized this behavior, emphasizing the importance of standing by one's words. Hearn addressed Gervonta's accusation regarding his involvement in Garcia's positive testing with VADA, dismissing it by mentioning past experiences with his own fighters testing positive and refraining from attributing such incidents to conspiracy.
Process now to try and prove your innocence. And you know what? If you are innocent, as I've seen before, sometimes people will never believe you. But what you can't do is just go on Instagram and go, hey, and joke about it and say, oh, this is a joke. Everyone's against me. Guys, come on. Go through the process now. And you have to try and unearth, and it's very difficult to do because I've been there before. So,
moreover, Hearn mentioned that he had privately messaged Gervonta to address his tendency to make unsubstantiated claims. Despite not having a personal relationship with Gervonta, he found it perplexing that such accusations were directed at him. He reiterated his thoughts about considering legal action, but expressed reluctance due to the effort involved.
So, I'm sorry to Gervonta Davis. No, I wasn't involved in collecting Ryan Garcia's blood samples and sending them to VADA. But what I will say is that the Commission are very thorough in New York State and they will do a good job to do this. So I'm confident that there will be a full hearing. Wasn't my show. I didn't contract with VADA. So really, I'm just here really as someone who's involved with Devin Haney's career. And if the guy has come in 3.5 pounds over, which we know he did.
Hearn likened Gervonta's actions to those of a child deleting tweets, emphasizing the importance of expressing oneself openly. He clarified that he did not wish for Ryan Garcia to test positive, recognizing the negative impact on the sport. Despite this, he acknowledged the situation and stated that the necessary process would now unfold.
It's enhancing drugs, and we know they're in his system, then it should be an immediate no contest, and Devin Haney should be undefeated, because that ain't fair. But give him his chance. But he's going to have to, I've had 2 years of this, questions every day.
If Garcia is found guilty, he may spend a significant amount of time away from the ring, and the respect he gained from fight fans for his impressive victory over Haney would undoubtedly be gone. But the narrative surrounding Garcia resembles a whirlwind, full of twists and turns akin to a roller coaster ride. In the span of just a single day, Gervonta Davis finds himself facing a credibility crisis, and the culprit, none other than his own trainer, Calvin Ford. To unravel this perplexing turn of events, let's rewind the clock a few hours back. An archival clip featuring Coach Ford emerges on X, wherein he directly accuses Garcia of utilizing sauce prior to the showdown with Davis. A reporter is heard questioning Ford regarding the claims Gervonta Davis made against Garcia regarding performance-enhancing substances in the video. Without a shred of doubt in his mind, the Baltimore coach said that he looked at the old pictures of Ryan, and he was looking at him during the fight. He was looking jacked.
Pictures of Ron, he's looking fit. I go back and look at other pictures, and I'm like, okay, all right, I see what I got to deal with in the future. But I'm not worrying about him right now. Right now, I got to worry about Hector.
Calvin, what are your thoughts on Tank's accusations of Ryan being on the sauce?
Oh, you ain't catch that, see?
Sorry, I was almost run over by a truck.
Old pictures.
He was saying
I'm looking at him now. He's looking.
Yeah. Jack.
Pay attention. Oh, see, he knows. I like you. he knows. You got to pay attention to that, you know?
Ford goes on to say that he would never start Davis unless he was certain that Davis's opponent was not involved in any dubious activity. Ford asserted that he only makes accusations when he is certain, implying that they have a keen awareness of when someone is using performance-enhancing substances. He mentioned having sparring partners whose behaviors indicate substance use, suggesting a level of familiarity with the signs. He even asks the reporters to make a comparison between Garcia's images from previous bouts and his 2023 photo.
And remember I said, it's a lot of verbal with that, but I ain't gonna put them out there like that. I don't do that, you know what I'm saying, unless I'm sure. And the way how we tell, we know when guys are saucy. We know it. You know what I'm saying? We have guys that we spar with around. You know it. You know what I'm saying? So go back. I'm gonna give you your journalist. Go back and look how he looked before certain fights and how he's looking now. And then you do the math.
Not to mention, during last year's Garcia-Davis match, the coach of that player allegedly told Bernard Hopkins to massage testosterone lotion on Davis's back in order to tamper with the test. With Devin Haney now in the mix, Davis finds himself at odds due to their history, leaning towards Garcia's defense irrespective of the recent allegations. The takeaway from this scenario is clear. Loyalty is a rare commodity. People will support whatever serves their interests, regardless of friendships. Regarding Garcia's predicament, thorough inquiry remains the sole path to ascertain any wrongdoing on their part. Meanwhile, we know that Ryan Garcia pointed fingers at Victor Conte for his negative PED test, yet the ex-Balco head honcho, now an advocate against doping, refutes any involvement, labeling Garcia's accusation as complete nonsense. Conte told TMZ, "His conspiracy theory is completely wrong and debunked. I have nothing to do with this. I'm completely independent of VADA. Just a heads up, Balco, also known as Conte's Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative, found itself in the spotlight during the major substance scandal that shook up baseball in the mid-2000s. Following that, Conte has committed himself to promoting integrity in sports. He's been actively counseling athletes, including Haney, on staying clean and playing fair. TMZ also consulted with Victor Conte to elucidate the advantages an athlete could derive from using Ostarine, the substance implicated in Ryan's test results. He explained, Ostarine is something that is called a SARM, that stands for Selective Androgen Receptor Modulator. This classification of drugs is very similar to anabolic steroids. When they were first introduced, they were pitched as safer than steroids. But of course, they promote protein synthesis or muscle growth, as well as fat loss. They definitely enhance performance. As for the specific benefits, Conte explained it like this: faster, stronger, better reaction time. It energizes you. It helps with recovery. It accelerates healing and tissue repair after workouts. Overall, the unfolding events surrounding Garcia's positive tests have ignited discussions on ethics, accountability, and the integrity of professional boxing. As the investigations continue and the fallout from Garcia's actions reverberates throughout the boxing world, it remains to be seen how the sport will address and prevent similar incidents in the future. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.